guys. Happy Thursday. I am coming to you live from the locker room, and hopefully you can hear me okay. A little early for our lunchtime noon live stream, and I'm having to do this from my phone because I forgot the password to my my Google account, so that was fun. So I can't do it from my laptop, but thank goodness the phone still works, so that is good. Okay. Yeah, I have 3 minutes. Okay. I see one person, 2 people. Hooray! Can you guys let me know if you can hear okay? I'm not using my super fancy mic because I'm streaming from my phone. Doing the Mr. Rogers changeover here. I'm trying to also decide if I want to go add a little get ready with me. Oh, I can't see the chat. Oh, what a bummer. Or I could, no, I can't join my own. Actually, let me see if I can join my own live stream from my computer. That would be fun. Eating a, where did my giant water bottle jug? There it is. Quest bar. Oh, bummer, I can't see the chat. Chat viewing, live chat. Okay, learn more. Oh. Yay, Jen, hello, awesome. How are you? Oh my goodness. Let me put it on mute. Awesome, I'm so glad you can join. Yay. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, it's on a delay. That's the funniest thing ever. Oh my goodness. Okay. We make it work. Excellent. Thank you. I'm glad you can hear me. That is, I didn't know there was such a delay. Okay, cool. That's good to know. So I'm on the live stream on my computer, and that's like the only way I can see the chat. Ooh. Okay. That'll work. Yeah, I do look kind of. Oh, can you see that? You can see all the garbage behind. That's not garbage. It's just like storage stuff. So this is Mr. Wallet's collection of stuffed animal friends. I asked him what they were, and he's like, they're my friends, and I thought he was going to say they're my friends' stuffed animals, but no, he just said they're my friends that I rescued from rest stops and various other places. This is actually one that he bought for Valentine's Day for me last year, so it's kind of adorable. All right, what time are we at? Oh, we're at 12 o'clock, right on. I'm actually, give me like 2 seconds. Yeah, I'll be right back. I wonder, you could probably still hear me. So I'll just tell you this has been kind of a rough, very eventful morning, very intense morning. Lots going on with client calls at work and work stuff to do, which is always fun. Happy to have a job. So that's, oh my gosh, wow, that looks really bad. All the stuff you can see, but this was kind of intense, which I prefer actually, as I'm like getting ready with you here. I prefer being intense to being bored, which just is how it is right now. Does that look better? Who the heck knows? No, it doesn't really, but that's okay. So the topic is setting goals as we continue in detail in our goals. Full confession. Find your YouTube channel if you, oh yes, absolutely. Daryl, go check out Jen's channel at The Budget Bounce. That's just what it is. I think if you just click on her name, it will take you there. She has an amazing story, actually, that we were discussing yesterday. By story, I mean, sort of, she's a personal finance YouTuber. And she's amazing, and she's got tons of inspiration to give just through everything that she's going through right now in life, which are things that we kind of all face. And I feel like as finance YouTubers, talking about them and being sort of having a positive view of life events is kind of what we do. And I know, speaking for myself, so I kind of shared a little bit about my own story and how I'm not doing what I wish I were doing right now. So I'm doing wonderful in some areas, not so wonderful in other areas, and that's just the nature of life, right? Sometimes you go through ups and downs. And it's kind of what brings along this goal section is I would like to be doing better in many areas of life. So that's, again, the goal. I'm eating a lemon Quest bar. Hey, Roland Holland, how's it going? And really good. I highly recommend this flavor. It's lemon cake. 4 net carbs and 20 grams of sugar. Sorry. 4 net carbs, 1 gram of sugar, 20 grams of protein. So, oh, love it. Sorry, work stuff. All right. What do we got? I'm gonna pull everything closer. Here, let me see if I can move you guys a little bit. Lights on the video and you're eating a lemon bar in your closet. I sure am. Hey, the bird nest. All right. Ooh, I'm loving this, actually. You can see all my, like, gray hair. Hey, Adam, how's it going? So, tons of things going on at the moment. Yes, Jen, do it. She's got to start posting videos again. She's got such a cool story. She's multiple property owner over there. And that's actually a good question, because I kind of mentioned that to you guys privately. And I wonder if I'll get any spam comments on this. I'll just say it out here. But I totally went into credit card debt for the wedding. Yes, Daryl Bratton. Yes, lemon cake, but love. Yes, white chocolate raspberry. It's funny. I actually started on white chocolate raspberry Quest bars and switched over to lemon. I bit the bullet and ordered 12, like a pack of 12. It's cheaper than, I mean, they're normally like what, $2.50? Yay, lady, hello, glad you're here. $2.50 from the store. Sometimes you can get them 2 for $4. They're pricey. So it was much cheaper buying them in bulk, and now I have them, and I feel like they're just so handy for when you need the protein, like now, and especially I'm taking them as like a movie theater snack. They're something that I have at the movies instead of popcorn and junk like that. Delicious junk like that. Wow, we got a lot of people. Yes, exactly, Daryl. I buy them on Amazon too. Ooh. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. Oh, that was too funny. Oh, sorry, guys. Hey, Anthony, frame of mind. Wonderful. Happy you are here too. Wonderful, wonderful, guys. Okay, so I'm actually finishing up work stuff, but about to jump into goal stuff. And to be transparent, I actually was I got a lot of pretty, not high value research done yesterday. And I took action. I posted a video on my goals workbook, which I did at the beginning of the year, finally got done. And it was one of those things that I just had to do it to test it out and to say that it's done. And now I can say it's done, I did it, it's complete. It just didn't work out the way that I had hoped that it would work out. And I'm still gonna kind of continue to demo that, because I think I did a really good job. I edited a little bit, so it's a work in progress, my goals workbook. So I did a video on that yesterday. So I did take action yesterday. So I took action and I did some research. And I am about to share with you what I did as far as all of that goes. Just kind of updating some stuff for my work. Because again, Thursday is our client work day. What did she say? Let me go back to what she said and put that in. So the action that I took was posting a video on my goals workbook, which is, to be honest, it's like version 1.0, and I anticipate a version 2.0 coming out soon. So that was the action I took. The research that I took was twofold. So number one, I had that fact-finding call with the Tony Robbins coaching department yesterday, and that was really interesting. And I will tell you about that. It's so sure. Is she? All right, so I am, long story short, the reason it was interesting is because I gained info. I got some pricing info on how much it costs for a Tony Robbins coach. So it's $765 a month for, oh yay, Daryl, you were already subscribed to Jen. Awesome. I know she needs to post more and then she'll pop up in your feed. So that is an interesting topic. So there are 12 of you on here, and I'll come back to the Tony Robbins coaching thing, but I have a question for you guys. And this is something, again, that I mentioned earlier. And I want to know your thoughts on this because I'm a personal finance YouTuber. That's what I do. I talk about personal finance, financial independence, and financial independence. Part of my story was getting out of $17,000. My story is getting out of that $17,000 of consumer debt, making $30K in 2.5 years. Again, not gazelle intense, but I got out of it. I went, hello, Sandra Torado. Yay, hello. Good to see you. Glad you're here on the live. I'm about to confess that, again, I went into credit card debt for the wedding. Was it something I wanted to do? No. And I have enough in assets that I could sell some things and be credit card debt free tomorrow, or I could sell fewer things, pay off half, and then kind of work off half. So I could get out of it tomorrow. I could get out of it in 2 months. If I say that, because that is part of my story. That's totally part of my story. And on the live stream, you guys are seeing this. Oh, lady, hello, wonderful. You just ordered the workbook. Yay. Your next rounds of goals are exactly 12 weeks. Yes, you can't wait to get started. Fantastic. I can't wait to hear about your progress. Let me know. I'm so excited that you ordered it. I'm planning some revisions, but excited for round 2. Yay, I can't wait to see how you do with it, how you enjoy it, or if you have any feedback. So that's kind of something, on one hand, that makes me feel like a hypocrite, because it's not that I don't actually advocate avoiding credit card debt entirely, but Dave Ramsey, from whom I drew a lot of motivation, yay, Sandra, you're getting started this weekend. Fantastic. I cannot wait to hear how you go. So I certainly don't advise carrying a balance on credit cards, which is something I'm doing. So we just lost like 5 people, and I'm like, yeah, well, you know, which is a fair, right? Like if you're honest with what's going on in your financial life, people are going to stop looking to you as, quote, an expert, or, quote, say a success story or a guru. It's like if you lose weight and then you gain weight back, you're no longer sort of a success story. You're not a success story anymore. So that's something that I am wondering about, which is why I'm realizing that there's so many other topics to talk about, right? And just because you're not doing great in one area, you may be doing better in other areas. For example, I just feel like I'm investing in other areas of my life, and it's all about balance, right? So it's like one area is doing really well, and then you take time off of that one area and you go invest in another area and get that other area to do well, and the area you were doing really well in kind of comes down a little bit. So the wheel of life and balancing out, yeah, oh, Daryl, it's so true. It's not a straight up line. You've stumbled so many times. Excellent. Interesting, Sylvia. You would add it to your monthly budget and give myself 12 months to pay it off in equal payments. That is an excellent idea. That's a really, really good idea. Wow, yeah, that's excellent, because immediately my credit score went down and I started like panicking a little bit because we really want to Aw, Sandra, you're an expert in being real. We need more of those these days. I don't think any less of you. If anything, I respect you more. It's okay. Oh, Sandra, you're amazing. And that's really encouraging to know. And I think I've always framed it that way. I am an expert in nothing but my own story, which is all I know about, right? All I know is my own story. And I like to say that, like being transparent is is my superpower. Aw, Daryl, thanks. You agree with Sandra. Yeah. And Anthony, it does not really matter if you have debt or carry a balance. The final only number that matters is net worth. Yes. You've carried credit card balances for 17 years and your net worth continues to increase. That's awesome. That's really, really cool, Anthony. And really good perspective, too. Yay, what Sandra said. Yes, yes. Yeah, and I think framing it that way is really, really helpful. To say, like, hey, guys, this is what I'm an expert in. My channel's about personal finance. Doesn't mean I always make the right decisions. And to be honest, there is nothing, sorry, that was bugging me. There's nothing that I regret. There are things I would do differently, but there's nothing I would regret. When it came to the first 17K, carrying a balance when I was in college and sort of in my early 20s, tons of regret and tons of things I would do differently. So, I feel like that's helpful. So, and good to kind of note. And again, thanks guys. It really it's helpful, and I appreciate your perspective always. So this Saturday's video is going to be on my progress to financial independence, which I have made progress despite carrying a balance. I have increased my net worth. So I think that's something to note, like Daryl said, or like Anthony said. So coming back to the idea of goals, which is interesting. So I took notes on the Tony Robbins coaching call. And the reason that I would do this, I got tons of information for no money. Again, it's $765 per month for, I guess, an hour a week. I'm probably not going to do that now just because I have some, it's just not the right time for me right now. But what was interesting was, so we did like the introduction. He's the coach, or the, I guess, like I think he's also a coach, but he was also kind of like prospecting and kind of like whatever's not salesy, but just prospecting. And he was like, hey, what's going on? I was telling him, and he's like, let's just jump right in. What are you hoping to get out of coaching? Blah, blah, blah. And I told him, and I was very, very specific. And I said, you know, I have this channel, I have this business, and I have this channel and brand that I want to grow, and I want to grow another another business. Sandra, I saw your comment. And I was like, I have this group of accountability partners. I meet with these people. I've done this program and I have this, and I want to hit these, do this by this time. He's like, wow, like it sounds like you kind of know what you're doing and where you're going. He's like, do you think you even really need a coach? And I was like, you know what? I probably don't. And then he's like, whoa, back up. Not like that, but he was like, well, let me just, you know, and I forget, he pivoted really well, but I was like, you know what? I probably don't need a coach. I can probably just do this on my own. Which is, I think, where I am. Frugal. Yes, exactly. That's a BMW payment. Exactly, Daryl. Very much. So going back to Sandra, no regrets. Great. Then it was money well spent. Be happy. Enjoy life. It will work out. You'll get it paid off soon. Yeah, it's true. Daryl Bratton, yes, absolutely. So, yes, $765. That's a lot of money, right? I remember when I had my Honda, it was paying like $265, so a Honda payment. But this was back in like the 2000s. Anthony, yes, it's just not something I would allocate resources to right now. Maybe when I get to a certain point, I might want to allocate resources there. So, but I'm not at that point yet. And the coach even framed it that way too. He was like, maybe after you hit a certain, you know, milestone, or you start to plateau, then you would invest in coaching. And he was really sweet. He opened up some additional resources because I bought Tony Robbins' Personal Power 2, which I'd heard a lot, heard good word of mouth feedback on, and really had great experiences with so far. And he opened up additional items within that. It's like a little Tony Robbins app. To adjusting in the process. Sorry, I'm writing out client bullets. Adjusting ROAS before we resume spend scale. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, so that was my experience with the Tony Robbins coaching. And what he did was, and maybe they say this to everyone, but he was like, I've enjoyed talking with you. You know, I'm invested in your story. I'm going to mark our coaching session, I guess our sales session is incomplete, so we can follow up and you can get another half hour of coaching, I would say for free, but I appreciated that. So who knows? Again, it is something I may continue investing in, or may consider investing in, but just not at the moment. Excuse me. Okay, so that was some research that I did. And I took the DISC test. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, the DISC profile test. And I found out that I'm a DI, which is pretty typical. And it actually is a good profile for an entrepreneur. I'm very like high frequency. But the flip side to the high frequency is you tend to go internal once you see movement, and then you hit overwhelm and change tactics. So that, which sounds very much like me. I am very easily overwhelmed. So that's just something to know, and it's something, again, that I've heard from more than one person. So, hey. Ooh, interesting, Daryl. Your new thing is tracking savings rate. Can you do a video on that? Yes, absolutely. Personally, I don't have a super high savings rate. I save 12% of my salary, and that's about it. And I have like a revolving kind of, I set aside $75 per week in a separate savings account that I don't look at, but I will, it's sort of like my rolling emergency fund that I access. And there's about, say, $1,500 in that. Like if I have cars, like a car issue, I'll use that. Jen, it's all about priorities. For some, 765 would be worth it. Yes, but it's not where I'm at right now. Yes, absolutely, for sure. So it's, I totally think it would be worth it, but exactly, it's just not a priority at the moment. Yeah. High DI, that's what I am, and you're a high DI too. That can be a good thing or a bad thing, exactly. And I, for sure, ever since I was little, have seen like really strong and then really low, and then really strong and then really low. So let me see that. Yep, for sure. So yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing, it's interesting, Daryl, that you mentioned, or I forget who mentioned about the BMW, Daryl mentioning about the BMW payment, because very soon we'll need to get a car. And I'm actually leaning away from buying in cash right now. So I'm like, oh, great. I don't want to finance a car, but such is life. I also don't want to continue. I mean, I don't know if you guys know. Yes, you do. So, Danny Walker knows the story of my Toyota Camry, 2004 Toyota Camry with significant body damage on this passenger's side door. it's pretty alarming, and it just had huge engine work. The spark plugs, coils, and connectors all went, and the thing is, they went last August, but I took it to a different repair shop. They did a crappy job. They like siliconed the plugs on because the plugs were broken. Then I took it to my usual body shop, and they're like, yeah, it needs to be redone. So it was $700 last August, and that was $1,300 this year. So that's kind of annoying. And I'm looking at getting a new car soon, within the next 6 months. I know. Oh, no. Jen, you literally cried when you found out you were a high D because you had negative experiences with high Ds in your professional life, and you didn't want to be one of those people. Oh, I hear ya. I'd actually never taken the test. I'd heard about it, or heard about the test. I'm familiar with the INFJ. What is that called? That's not Enneagram. That's something else. Myers-Briggs, the MBTI thing. So I know that all I know about Myers-Briggs is I'm a very high I. I'm very introverted. One, two. So, yes, Jen, I can understand not wanting to be one of those people. So, the test is the DISC personality test, DISC personality assessment, something like that. I don't know who administers it. I'll look it up, but so it was interesting to see what I was on that. But Jen, I feel you on not wanting to be one of those people. You are not one of those people. I guess just because that's your leaning. You know what to avoid, right? Or just being aware of what you are can help moderate, I guess. Just give you kind of a blueprint on what to look for. Yes, Sandra, you need to check it out. You're an empath, yes. Me too. So I'm also highly sensitive, and this is something that I hated. I disliked about myself. That's something I fought for a long time, but I've just in the last 5 years come to accept it. And knowing that I am highly sensitive has helped me a lot in dealing with life and kind of giving myself the margin and bumper that I need. Yeah, Sandra, yeah. It's not easy. So my therapist actually diagnosed me, and it was the first time I'd ever heard that in a clinical setting, and I think approaching it from a clinical point of view made it much easier for me to digest, because it's a diagnosis. It's like, okay, you have high blood pressure, or you have low iron. It's just something very factual. So, and she has known me for close to 15 years, so she's like, yeah, like this is you, and I'm like, oh, okay. So now being able to deal with it, I can kind of take the appropriate measures to adjust, and that's all it is, because I want to be healthy. That's my goal. I want to be healthy and productive, and I want people to enjoy working with me. So that's the goal. If you're someone, Jen, if you're someone who wants to have a new car every 2 to 3 years, then leasing is the way to go. I am someone who wants to buy a nice vehicle, pay it off, and drive it for as long as possible. But Hubs would definitely do a lease every 2 to 3 years if I was on board with it. Yes. Interesting. So I am the same. I would rather buy a nice car and then pay it off and drive it for as long as possible. My family, my mom is that way. So I think that's, I don't know if that's a woman thing. April Rojas. Yeah. It's true. So, Sandra, yes, 100% to building boundaries to be healthy. Yes, it's very important. And Anthony, the budget bounce. Yes, as far as a car. Yeah, I am. So I'm very much the same way. And I got to give my hubs, Mr. Wallet, credit because he's very frugal. He's also a free spirit. So he's a frugal, free spirit who enjoys nice things. He is not a spender at all, which is I appreciate. He's really great. So we've talked about the car, and he agrees. If we had an extra 10K in the bank, we just buy something and drive it for as long as possible. The reason I would not is because buy in cash is because if we can get a loan, an auto loan at 4% or 6%, and invest and be making 10% on our cash in the market, why would we not do that? So I've come around to that. It's actually, there's a YouTube channel, Richard Fain, Fain, who has kind of changed my views on that a little bit. The Dave Ramsey method of, I'd rather ride a bike than have a car payment. I'm like, yeah, okay. And I feel that way too. Yes, it's very true. Jenya, the clinical perspective was so helpful. Yes, it's very helpful. It's really about, do you want a monthly payment or not? Of course, yeah, no, me too. I would rather not have a monthly payment at all, for sure. Sandra, you'd buy new and drive the wheels off. Yes, it helps. I'm married to an ASC Master Tech. Yes, very good. That's a Firestone Manager. It works well for us. Save a lot of money. Awesome. Oh my gosh, that must be amazing, Sandra. So cool. Daryl, is there a free version online? I'm tired. I tried to find it, could not. I will try again. I'm so cheap. Yeah, a free version of the test. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, right. That's awesome. Very, very true, Sandra. That's very cool. I would save so much money if I was married to a tech. I'm the same. I would rather drive the wheels off a car. But at the same time, I'm spending more time. It's just, for me, it's the time in this stinking shop. It's like time and inconvenience, and oh, it's annoying. Anthony, always get a car loan even if you have the cash. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, you like Richard Fain too. Yeah. He really laid it out very, very clearly about why he would never pay cash for a car. And I'm like, I can see your point. So I've come around that way. Frame of mind is in Christian. Yes, it's true. Anthony, always get a car. Yes, very true. Roland Holland, agreed. We've had to replace a vehicle last year and took on a payment rather than paying all cash. Definitely gave us a bigger benefit since we could buy property with what we saved. Yes, any type of asset. That's what I would say as well, is always invest in an asset. So that's that. You know what I didn't do, guys, is more detail on my goals, which is what I wanted to do for this live stream. Because, so the other high value activity, high value research that I did the Tony Robbins coaching call. And then I did some research on this business that I'm starting. It's e-commerce. So I'm on a forum called the Fastlane Entrepreneur Forum, and it's been in existence since 2008. So it's based on MJ DeMarco's book, The Millionaire Fastlane, and his method is get rich fast, not easy. So very true. And he advocates building a sense business where you have control over 5 variables that make up the acronym SENSE. So that's control, entry, need, time, and scale. So just an automated business that isn't tied to your time, isn't tied to, that you can scale infinitely. So that's very much the business I want to build. And an e-com or an online business is very in line with the SENSE framework. So what I did last night was I kind of went through the forum, and I've been meaning to do this for a while. Again, in existence since 2008. And there are people on that forum who've been posting since 2008, 2012. And there's one woman on there who posted that she just kind of very under the radar, low key, enjoys being outdoors. She'd posted, that she just moved to a different location near another forum member, and they'd like actually stayed with him for a little bit, and she was enjoying having more free time to kayak and to be out in the woods and to be hiking. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she posted a picture of herself kayaking, and she said, oh, and I can do this because I finally scaled my Amazon business to just 10 hours a week. And then she posted her revenue, and it was, so I guess in Q1 she made 10 million in revenue, which, you know, profit on an Amazon business is about 30%. Still 30% on an Amazon business. Yes, I'm Roland Holland. I'm trying, man. Frame of mind: when buying a car, have a budget, then go for the brand, make, year, and only buy the basics, or go for the higher model. Yes, never in the middle models. That's an interesting tip. I will bear that in mind, because I'm looking at a Toyota. I'm looking at a Toyota RAV4 hybrid, or probably a hybrid. Not a prime, because plug it in, because I don't have a house at this point. But we'll see. But that's what I'm looking at, and yeah, I want a moonroof and leather. So that's what we're looking at, me and Mr. Wallet. But yeah, good to know. Always go for either basics or high. And since I intend to have it for, you know, life, I'd probably go for the higher model. But the depreciation just kills me, though. Kills me. So yeah, I will cross that bridge and come to it. We're not there yet. So this woman on the forum posted about her Amazon business. This is 2022. She's been on the forum since 2012, and I looked at all the posts that she's posted since 2012. She has about 300 posts going back all the way to the beginning, and it was some meetup posts, and then this, and then I took notes on her and her journey, because she had been, she's been on the forum for 10 years. She started her e-com business in 2016. She had an MBA in entrepreneurship and finance, entrepreneurship and real estate investing. And she'd been a real estate investor for over 10 years in 2012. So she had that background. She started her business in 2016, and she posted through the whole journey, you know, failed here, didn't do this, this platform fell through. I was on Etsy and this platform, and that platform isn't no longer in existence. Got hit with the Etsy ads, had to restructure, and then she posted for each year. I only focused on this, I only focused on that, adding new SKUs. And so her Amazon business is with her own brand. She's not a third-party seller. And I was like, that's amazing. And so I've gotten up to year 2019 for her, reading back in her history. And I'm excited to kind of go in and look at the rest of her her journey from 2019 to 2022. But I'm like, this is gold. This is gold, and this forum is free. So it comes back to there's so much information out there that's free. It's just being able to filter out and focus in on what's really important. So for me, within the next, say, 2 months, because this month is all about increasing my income, and the next month's probably going to be about setting up foundations for that business, and doing the research now for that business, and then executing. Next month is going to be about executing on that business. Just try something, have a plan, execute it, time limit it, but stick with it for that time. Doesn't have to be forever, but go all out. Okay, so Jesus, this might be helpful. You can leverage your, Jesus, you're really hitting that infinite banking concept. I know. You can leverage your life insurance to stretch your car payments to a 10-year loan, which lowers your monthly payment, which increases your monthly cash flow to invest in assets. Just a thought. Okay. Frame of mind: depreciation does not matter if you keep the vehicle over 10 years or longer. Yeah, also good to know. Sandra, I agree. I buy the higher ones and never regret it. I end up not wanting to get rid of it later. Exactly. So that's actually good news. I will not feel so guilty about potentially buying the higher model, which is what I want. I love my moonroof. It's very nice. You're taking forever, guys. Such is the way. Okay. So we're 6 minutes over, which is awesome. This has been amazing, you guys. You're really great. Glad this worked out, because I was about to give up when I lost my password for this email account. So really glad that you guys stuck through. I'm so glad there's so many of you on. Yay. For Thursdays tend to be a better day for live streams. Thursdays are also probably my most busy day for client meetings, so it's kind of rough, but I'm glad that we all stuck it through. Okay, guys. So glad that so many of you were able to hop on. looking forward to diving in. So my tasks for today are going to be getting more products up on Etsy, actually. And then continuing to do that high value research, planning my next action steps for that e-com business. Yeah. Oh, Anthony, you buy the base and only look at design and engine. Yeah, because you're buying BMWs, aren't you? I'm buying a Toyota. Yeah, so that's my plan. Actually, I encourage you all to have your plans. You can post them in the chat or in the comments on the replay. What are your plans for the next day? And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. I hope to be here tomorrow. I'm planning to be here tomorrow. So awesome. Great to see you. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, guys.